And again wow came. Ataf. So what will be the next? Ba'da again. Ma'tufun ala. First ba'da. Ba'dahum muhandisuna. This is very clear. So again, Tujjarun is your khabar. And muhandisun, you can also say it's khabar. Inna. Alaka banatun. Do you have daughters? Naam. Li khamsu banatin. Are you with me? So whether 6 sons and 5 daughters, we can make a cricket team, and send him to play against India and Pakistan. Okay. So li, 2 words, jar majrur, shibu jumla khabar, khamsu mubtada wa huwa mudaf and banatin mudaf ilayhi. Amutazawwijatun hunna. Are they married? What is the answer? La. Hunna. Are you with me? Hunna. What is hunna, brother? Mubtada. And where is the khabar? Jumla failure coming as a khabar. Hunna lasna bi mutazawwijatin. Are you with me? Lasna bi mutazawwijatin. So lasna came. What is lasna? Lasna has got fi'al laisa. Okay, ya was dropped because of the nunu niswa. Okay, and where is the ismu laisa? Na, mashallah. And where is khabar laisa? Imi mutazawwijatin. But you must remember one thing, brothers and sisters, that if you remove bi, then the noun will become mansoob. Because khabar laisa can be mansoob or can come with bi. But with kana, you can never use bi. Only with laisa bi is used. Again, this is all in the Quran. Brothers and sisters, fine. Innahunna sigarun. Brother, what is this hunna doing here? Inna harfu tawqeed wa nasbin. Hunna ismu inna, you must say mansubun. Ismu inna mansubun. There is more analysis to be written, but we will do it in book 3. Inna hunna, where is the khabar of inna? Sigarun. Mashallah, mashallah. Oh, now, full stop. Now the sentence starts with ba. So what will you say now? Ba'duhunna, not ba'da. There is no inna, ba'duhunna. So ba'duhunna, what is ba'duhunna? Mudaf, mudafili. So what will you say ba'du? Mubtada, wa huwa mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. Ba'duhunna fil madrasatil ibtidaiyati wa ba'duhunna fil madrasatil mutawassitati. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So ba'du is mubtada. Where is the khabar? Fil madrasati. And what is al-ibtidaiyati? Not. Same thing will apply next to it. Alaka ikhwatun. Do you have brothers? La. Laisa li ikhwatun. Now this is tricky. Laisa li ikhwatun. This is tricky, brother. But the more complicated it becomes, the more interesting it becomes. Look at it, brother and sister. I'm deliberately trying to finish this now, and then we can have tea, inshallah. Laisa li ikhwatun. Did you write down ikhwatun? Fine. Are you ready? Brother Abdul Samad, I'm going to ask you this question. Laisa fi'lun, naqisun, jamil. Fine. I'm not saying ismu laisa mustatir. It means it is not hidden here. You can be tempted to say it is hidden, but it is not. Brother Abdul Samad, where is ismu laisa? Has to be marfu. Ikhwatun, mashallah, mashallah. Ikhwatun is your ismu laisa. And where is khabar laisa? Li, jar majrur shibu jumla. What is the literal translation? There are no brothers to me. Are you with me? Huh? Laisa ikhwatun li. Any brothers are not to me. There are no brothers to me. In other words, we'll say, I don't have brothers. Are you with me? I don't have brother. Huh? That is the correct way of writing. Laisa li ikhwatun. Okay, this is the correct way of answering. Laisa li ikhwatun. So, Brother Muhammad, ikhwatun is the ismul laisa. And li is jar majrur shibu jumla khabar laisa. Fine, brother. Now, in this case, this is only a jumla failure. There is no mubtada, nothing there. Inna li. Okay, inna. Watch for this. Inna harfu tawqid wa nasb. Li. Jar majrur shibu jumla khabar. Now, where is ismu inna, brothers? Thalasa. See, now your mind is active. That li is jar majrur. Okay? Inna cannot do anything to jar majrur. Inna can only give its effect of nasab to a noun. So, inna li thalatha. Thalatha akhawatin. Truly, I have 3 sisters. So, you can also say, if you want for sake of simplicity, inna thalatha akhawatin li. But that is not nice way to say. Inna li thalatha akhawatin. Are you with me? A muslimatun hunna. What is the translation? Are they Muslims? Naam. Hunna muslimatun. Hunna mubtada. Where is the khabar? Muslimatun. And then, walhamdulillah. And praise be to Allah. All praise be to Allah. Are you with me? Wow, ataf, alhamdu, mubtada, lillah, jar majrur, shibu jumla khabar. Next, brother, tea break. Okay, inshallah. A short tea break. We are back, brothers and sisters, after our break. We finished the Laisa, but I just remembered something that I want to share with you again. And I have written here, Innal insana. I wrote it in red, inna. See, tawqid number 1. La, tawqid number 2, brothers and sisters. Okay? So if I do something like this, Innal insana lafi khusrin. See, twice tawqid comes in a very strong terms you cannot translate. Innaka laminal mursalin. And look at this, brother. Innaka. This is to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Innaka la ala khuluqin azim. See here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is certifying, giving a certificate of, giving a character certificate to our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. What kind of a certificate? That you are on the most sublime character. Brother, not for her dressing up. Are you with me? It was not the way Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam dressed that Allah said this. Are you with me? It was not because of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam's appearance. It was because of his character. This is the most important thing to understand. Character. The way he dealt with people. The way he treated his neighbors, the way he treated his children, the way he treated his wives, the way he treated ashabas, the way he treated his enemies. That is the character we have to remember. Not his personal appearance, brother. But we sometimes emphasize the personal appearance more and forget the character, brother. If I say something, I hope you won't mind, brother and sister. I always say, if I have only one sunnah to observe, nothing more than one sunnah of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what will that be? It will be to become honest and reliable like him, so that his enemies, could not help but praise his honesty. and his sincerity. This is the most important sunnah for us. How can I become an ummati of Prophet ﷺ if I am not honest like him, brothers and sisters? If I am not trustworthy like him? We should judge ourselves from scale of 1 to 10. Al-Amin, 1 to 10, where do I stand? We should judge ourselves daily, weekly, how close I am coming to Al-Amin from the scale of 0 to 10. Am I up to 9, up to 8? This should be our sunnah. Okay. Dress is immaterial, brother. This is such a powerful sentence. إِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is certifying that you have the most sublime character, the most majestic character, of all human beings, brother. And this is our goal, to emulate him in his character. To emulate him in his character. How did he deal with his wives, his children, his neighbors, his friends, his companions, his enemies? How did he dealt with them? Inshallah, we will learn a lot from if we follow and emulate him, inshallah. And then, brothers and sisters, there is a Quranic verse. Okay? وَالْعَادِيَاتُ دَبْحًا. Remember that verse? What is it? إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لِرَبِّهِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لِرَبِّهِ li harf jar. لَكَنُودٍ. See? Lakin. He is most ungrateful to his Lord. Okay? إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ إِنسَانَ ismu inna. Li harf jar, Rabbi, ism majrur wa huwa mudaf, and then he, mudaf ilayhi, and then what is la? Lamu muzalik. You can say skating lam for emphasis. Lakanud is most ungrateful. And then what Allah said? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Innahu ala dhalik la shaheed. And he is himself his own witness to that. Are you with me? Again, innahu ala dhalik, that he is most ungrateful. La shaheed, he is himself a witness. So la is lamu muzalik, coming for emphasis. And what is the last one, brother? Wa innahu lihubbi khairi. La shadid. Hubbil khairi means mal, brother. His quest for earning mal, dunya, how is he? He is desperate. He is going all the way. Brother, look at the emphasis. Innahu lihubbil khairi la shadidun. It is la shadidun. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So this is the surah we always recite in our prayers. But brother, now when you read it, you can feel the power and intensity of the words, brother. You can. Then afala ya'lamu idha bu'thira ma fil qubur. We are going to analyze this afterwards. And what is the last verse, brother? Inna rabbahum bihim yawmaidhin la khabirun. So here comes your khabar. Inna. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Take this verse and look at them. Take these verses and look at them in the Quran. And you'll feel, now that you understand. Brother and sister, this was the reason I tried to explain you Lamu Muzalik now, instead of waiting for it to come in book 3. Because right away you can feel the sweetness and eloquence, Because to explain Lamu Muzalik is not difficult. Lamu ibtida becomes Lamu uzale, inshallah. Okay, brothers and sisters. Min aina Hishamun huwa min al wilayat al muttahidati. Inshallah, you will be able to. Min ayyi madinatin huwa. From which city he is? Huwa min New York. Okay. The first sentence, the answer will be huwa min al wilayat al muttahidati. Kam ukhtan lahu salasu akhawatin. Sahi? Lahu salasu akhawatin. Correct, brothers and sisters? Fine. Now, see what is right and wrong. We will be able to do this very quickly, brother, inshallah. Ishamun min Washingtona. Is it correct? It is wrong. So it is wrong. Akhwatuhu muslimatun. Correct. MashaAllah. Banatuhu lasna bi mutazawwijatin. Correct? Correct, brother. Abnauhu tullabun. La. That is not correct. Ummuhu laysat bi muslimatin. Can you put the vowel signs, brother? Ummuhu laysat bi muslimatin. Because now you have to figure out the vowel signs, brother. Abbuhu muslimun. Is it correct? Wrong. So you can, inshallah, put those signs. Ta'ammal ma yali. Ponder the following. Hamidun talibun. Hamidun laysa bi talibin. So remember here, Hamidun comes in the beginning of the sentence, so it is Jumla Ismiya. So we have Mubtada, and the Khabar is coming as a Jumla Fi'liya. This is the thing, you should keep it in mind, brother. At-tullabu sigarun. At-tullabu, now see tullabu sigama, so it became Laisu. Laisu bi sigarin. So bi sigarin, bi talibin, these are all Khabar Laisa. Okay. Aminatu tabibatun. Aminatu laysat bi tabibatin. Okay. So how do I analyze this sentence? Aminatu mubtada. Laysat, laysa fi'lun naqisun jamidun. Ta'u tanisi. Where is the ism laysa? Mustatir. What is it? Mustatir. Taqdiruhu hiya. Because it points out to Amina. And then what is bi tabibatin? Jar majrur shibu jumla khabar laysa. Now if I remove bi from all these three sentences, what will you say? Hamidun laysa, remove bi, brother. Laysa taliban. And then what will you like say? At-tullabu laysu sigaran. And what will you say? Aminatu laysat tabibatan. Are you with me? Inshallah. Fine, brother. Al-fatayatu mutazawwijatun. What will you say? Al-fatayatu lasna bi mutazawwijatin. Correct, brother? Fine. This is only we have to ponder, but I used to write it. If you have time, you can write it. If you don't have time, then just read a couple of times, brother. Anta kabirun. What will you say? Anta. Now we have to take the Laisa and bring the proper format of Anta. Anta lasta bi kabirin. See, Anta lasta bi kabirin. Are you with me? Are you following me, brother? Anta lasta. Antum jududun. Antum lastum bi jududin. Okay. Anti fakiratun. Anti lasti bi fakiratun. Fakiratin. Antunna mujtahidatun. Antunna lastunna bi mujtahidatin. Sister, you have a choice. Because in the Quran, bi is used all the time. I will give you the sheet tomorrow with Quranic verses, and you will notice that the B comes.
What is the significance of adding B?
The Quran is our guide.
Yes.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used Laysa with B. And all our grammar comes from Quran. 1400 years ago, Allah revealed the book in the most eloquent language. It was so eloquent that the greatest poets of that time had to lay down their weapons and admit that we cannot compose anything like Quran. Are you with me? And it is, ever since Quran was revealed till now, Quran is the summit of the eloquence of Arabic language. On top. Nothing has been composed to match Quran. Nothing. And so, 1400 years ago, this kalam came and it became the source of Arabic grammar. At that time there was no grammar. The grammar was written after studying the Quran. Okay? So with the Laysa, Sister Maimuna, B has to come. Not with the Kana. That's why I said to you, if you remove B, what will happen? Then you will have to make the noun mansub. For example, Anta lasta bi kabirin. Remove B. What will you say? Anta lasta kabiran. Are you with me? Because ismu laysa marfu, khabar laysa mansub. Okay. I'm going to write down a couple of things for you on board, inshallah. Okay. Let us do one more time. Laysa and try to conjugate. You got to write it and conjugate. Laysa, laysa, laysu, laysat, laysata, lasna, lasta, lastuma, lastum, lasti, lastuma, lastunna, lastu, lasna. Very easy. Huwa, laysa. Hiya, anta, anti, ana, nahnu, hum, laysu, hum, laysu, hunna, lasna. Are you with me? Huwa, laysa, hum, laysu, hiya, laysat, hunna, lasna, anta, lasta, antum, lastum, ana, lastu, anti, lasti, nahnu, lasna. Keep that in mind, brothers and sisters, inshallah. We did that, inshallah. I'm going to write down again, inshallah, some things on the board because Brother Saeed pointed out something and I think I want to write down to explain it. If you cannot retain everything in your mind, brother, don't worry. We will be repeating it so many times that inshallah it will come back to you. Adkhil laysa ala jumla al-atiyati. Now this is brother, this is halwa puri. This is very, very easy. So now remember, make jumla ismiya. What will you make? Jumla. Al-babu laysa bi mughlakin. Mughlakin. Al-babu laysa bi mughlakin. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Al-babu laysa bi mughlakin. Al-ma'u laysa bi baridin. Hishamun laysa bi maridin. Abi laysa bi na'imin. Can you translate, brother? Al-babu laysa bi mughlakin. The door is not closed. Al-ma'u laysa bi baridin. The water is not closed. Cold. Hishamun laysa bi maridin. Hisham is not sick. Abi laysa bi na'imin. My father is not asleep. Na'imun, sleep. Ad-darsu laysa bi sa'bin. The lesson is not difficult. Al-masjidu laysa bi karibin. The masjid is not near. At-tiflu laysa bi jav'a na. Diptot. Jav'ana. See, you saw single dhamma, that is diptot. At-tiflu laysa bi jav'ana. What is the translation? The child is not hungry. Khalas. That's it, brothers and sisters. So you follow it, brother? So this was to give you an idea of using harf jar in the khabar. Harf jar in the khabar. MashaAllah. Okay. Now we will have a mixed plate. All will come. Hiya, hum, anti, antuma, everything will come. اقرأ المثالين ثم أدخل ليس على الجملة الآتية. هو تاجر. What will you say? هو ليس بتاجر. هو من اليابان. هو ليس من اليابان. Now, السيارة جميلة. السيارة, you will say. What will you say? السيارة ليست بجميلة. Are you with me? Use it jumla ismiya for the time being. Are you with me? Use it jumla ismiya for the time being. أنا غني. أنا لست بغني. Brother Muhammad, أنت غني؟ لا. أنا لست بغني. When people ask me, brothers and sisters, people ask me, Ya Shaykh, I said, Ana lastu bi shaykhin. What do I say? I am not a sheikh, brother. They try to address me, Ya Shaykh, Ya Akhi, Ana lastu bi shaykhin. I am not sheikh. Ana Abdullahi. I am a slave of Allah. Are you with me? So Ana lastu bi shaykhin or Ana lastu bi ghaniyin. You can say that. Fine. Anta faqirun. Anta lasta bi faqirin. Fine, brothers and sisters. Hiya min al-Iraq. Hiya laysat. Laysat. He laysat. Just think about the conjugation of laysa. Hiya laysat min al-Iraq. Nahnu azkiyau. Nahnu lasna bi azkiya. Bi azkiya. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Excellent. Nahnu azkiya. We are very intelligent. But we are saying, no, we are very humble. We don't say that. We say, Nahnu lasna bi azkiya. We are not intelligent. Okay? We are average. Huwa adabun. Huwa laysa bi adabin. What is the meaning of that? He is not a bachelor. Fine. Al-mudarrisuna fil fusuli. Fusuli. So what will you say? Al-mudarrisuna laysu bi fusul. Are you with me, brother and sister? Any difficulty here? No. No, brother. No. Inshallah. Zakiyatun. So it has to be anti. What will you say? Anti lasti bi zakiyatin. Fine. Antum kibarun. What will you say? Antum lastum bi kibarin. Inshallah. At-talibatu fil maktabati. Now we want to say the female students are not in the library. So what will you say? At-talibatu lasna fil maktabati. Now here you don't have to use be because it is jar majrur already there. Are you with me? You cannot say at-talibatu lasna bi fi. No. It is already there. So what will you say? At-talibatu lasna fil maktabati. Fine. Antunna talibatun jududun. Antunna lastunna bi talibatin jududin. Bi talibatin jududin. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Okay, one more time. Do the conjugation quickly. Laisa, laisa, laisu, laisat, laisata, lasna, lasta, lastuma, lastum, lasti, lastuma, lastunna, lastu, lasna. Okay. Huwa, hiya, laisat. Huwa, laisa. Hiya, hum, laisu. Hunna, lasna. Ana, lastu. Anta, anti, nahnu, lasna. These things should be firm in our mind, inshallah. Okay, brothers and sisters. Now we have to negate a sentence. Laisa is used to negate a sentence. Okay. A muhandisun abuka. What is the translation? A muhandisun abuka. What will you say? La. And then start with abi. Start with abi. Because abuka became abi. Are you with me? Abi, laisa, bi, muhandisin. Got the idea about that? Now this is little, can become tricky. So you got to write it properly. Abuka will become abi. Abi, still make jumla ismiya. Abi, laisa, bi, muhandisin. Sahi? Try to do it simple way, brother. A mudarrisatun ummuka. What will you say? La. Ummi laysat. Because it is third person. Ummi laysat bi mudarrisatin. Got the idea? At-tullabun ikhwatuka. Ikhwatuka. Tullabun. See, are your brothers students? What will you say? La. And then ikhwatuka will become ikhwati. Now it is plural. Laisu bi tullabin. Are you with me? No, you got to, see, that's why we made the practice. We got to put the proper word form. Ikhwati laisu bi tullabin. That is very easy. So that inshallah you will be able to guide them. Akhwatuka. Amumaridatun akhwatuka. Are your sisters nurses? What is your answer? La. And what will you say? Akhawati. And now it is muannas and jama. So what will you say? Lasna bi mumarridatin. Are you with me? Fine. Amudarrisun anta. Anta will change into ana. What will you say? La. Ana lastu bi mudarrisin. Or you can say la lastu bi mudarrisin. Are you? Inshallah. Ajududun antum. Are you new? All of you? What will you say? Antum will become nahnu. Antum will become nahnu. La. Nahnu lasna bi jududin. Okay? Jadidatun sayaratuka. No, sayaratuka will change into sayarati. Are you with me, brothers? So you will say la sayarati. Sayarati laysat, mashallah. Sayarati laysat bi jadidatin. Okay. This is very easy, brother. I'm coming back. Now we are only using lastu. Amin Amrika anta. What will you say? La. Ana lastu min Amrika. Are you with me? This is very easy, brother. This is only a quarter jalebi. Not even a full jalebi. Okay. Amutazawwijun anta. What will you say? La. Ana lastu bi mutazawwijin. Okay. Amaridun anta. La. Ana lastu bi maridin. Got the idea, Sumayya? Okay, fine. Muhandisun anta. La. Ana lastu bi muhandisin. Now you can skip ana and say straight away lastu. That's correct too. But brothers and sisters, I come back to 6 again because I think you are little a little finding it difficult. Inshallah, we'll concentrate on this. Okay. Brothers and sisters, Abuka, when your answer will turn into Sumayya, are you clear? Abuka will, when you answer, your father, is he a Mohandis? You will say, no, my father. So then it became Abi. Okay? So if it is Abi, what form of a Laysa will I use? Laysa. Huwa. Huh? Fine, brother? Mudarisatun, ummuka. So what will be your answer? Ummi. Now if it is ummi, what kind of a form of Laysa I should use? Laysat. Write down there. Laysa, write down Laysa on the corner, Laysat on the next one. Huh? So that you get the idea. And you can even think of Abuka will change into Abi. Ummuka will change into Ummi. Okay. Atullabun ikhwatuka. Now you see, ikhwatuka will change into, I'm repeating this, brothers and sisters. Ikhwatuka will change into ikhwati. Ikhwati. Okay, now ikhwati, what is ikhwati? It is third person, plural. What will you say? Ikhwati? Laisu. What will you say? Laisu. So write down Laisu there. In the corner, just to have a guideline for you. Amumaridatun akhwatuka. So akhwatuka will become akhwati. Your sisters, you will say, my sisters. Okay, what is my sisters? Lasna. MashaAllah. Write down Lasna. Are you with me? Sumayya, write down Lasna. I am repeating only for you and Sister Fatima and Abir and Hafsa. They are our young sisters, you know. Anta, amudarisun, Anta, what will, Anta will turn? Ana. Ana lastu bi mudarisan. So write down Ana and lastu. Okay. Ajududun antum. Antum will change into Nahnu. Okay. So what will you say? Nahnu lasna bi jududin. MashaAllah. Ajadidatun sayaratuka. What will happen to sayaratuka? Sayarati. Sayarati. Okay, now she is a monas. So what form of Laysa will you use? Laysat. Because it is monas. Sayarati Laysat bi jadidatin. What is the translation of Sayarati Laysat bi jadidatin? My car is not new, brother. My car is a Khatara. Okay, brother and sister. Okay. Okay. You got the idea, brothers and sisters? Okay, now the last 2 minutes, I want to write down something. Brother, I want to write down something. Maybe I should say al. Okay, brothers and sisters, if it is Jumla failure, I beg your pardon. If it is Jumla Ismiya, Mubtada is always Marfu, Sahi, and Khabar is always Marfu. This is normal. Bring inna. Are you with me? What will happen to Mubtada now? Mansoob. And you will call it Ismu Inna. Inna, Ismu Inna is Mansoob. Are you with me? What will happen to Khabar Inna? Marfu. Khabar Inna will be Marfu. Now, sometimes you get mixed up. But inshallah, if we repeat it every day, you will become master. Huh? Mubtada always marfu. Khabar, if it is one word, is always marfu. Ismu inna will always be mansoob. So then the khabar inna will become marfu. Sahi? Now I say to you, brother, Ismu kana wa, because they are sisters, Ismu laysa. What will Ismu kana and Ismu laysa be? Marfu. Are you with me? Marfu. And then khabar kana and khabar laysa what will be khabar kana and khabar laysa? Always be mansoob. Are you with me? Now if you see, it changes. Ism kana mansoob. Ism laysa marfu. Khabar kana marfu. Khabar inna marfu. But khabar kana and khabar laysa mansoob. So you have to remember, Brother Saeed. You have to remember. Now, in case of laysa, instead of mansoob, we can have khabar with harf jar bi. Are you with me? You have a choice. But B is normal. When you use B, it is normal. Anta ghaniyun? La. Ana lastu bi ghaniyin. Or you can say, Ana lastu ghaniyan. Both will be correct. Are you with me? I'll write down here. Brother? Anta ghaniyun? La. Ana lastu bi ganiyin. Or, I say or, ana lastu Are you with me? Both are correct. In the Quran, most of the time, the khabar laysa comes with harf jar bi. Inshallah, tomorrow I'll give you a handout with many verses of the Quran. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Is it clear? I have written here, inshallah, let me put a line here so that you do not mix it up.
Ismu laysa will always be marfu in mubtada.
No. Forget mubtada is separate, brother. I'm just trying to tell you. This also will come in book 3 in detail. Brother, if it is jumla ismiya, there will be mubtada and khabar. And if it is mubtada, it has to be marfu. And if it is khabar, one word, it has to be marfu. Fine. Leave it aside. Put it in your safe deposit. Okay? Now let us do inna. If it is inna, ismu inna. Inna wa akhwatu inna. Remember, inna wa akhwatu inna. If it is inna, what will happen to ismu inna? Mansoob. What will happen to khabar inna? Marfu. Are you with me? Fine. Put it in your safe deposit block. Out of our way. Now comes kana wa laysa. Because they are both sisters. So if there is a kana, then ismu kana will be marfu. Just like file. Ismu kana will be marfu. What will happen to khabar kana? Mansoob. Opposite of inna. If you can think of opposite of inna, you will also find it easy. Laysa, okay brother and sister, ismu laysa, marfu. Khabar laysa, mansoob. They are both opposite. But then khabar laysa can be with harf jar bi. That's all, brother. Rabbana atina fi dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم سبحان ربك رب العزة